So today we are going to be talking about the last section of this chapter, that is on quasi-concave and quasi-convex functions. Now quasi-concave and quasi-convex functions are slightly different from concave and convex functions. So let's try and understand them one by one. A function f of x defined over a convex set S is said to be a quasi-concave function if for every real number a different set PA is defined. So for every real number A, another subset of set S, PA, is defined, and PA is defined as follows. PA basically comprises of all x belonging to S such that f of x is greater than equal to A. This PA is called as the upper level set. So basically what we are saying here is कि अगर suppose कोई एक number है A and f of x is greater than equal to A, then all such x values जिसके लिए f of x is greater than equal to A satisfy होता है, उन set of x points को हम इस set में include कर सकते हैं. This set basically comprises of all such x points, all such input points. Say this is one of the level curves of a given function. So say f of x is the function, and ये जो यहाँ पे हमने curve draw करा है, say this is a level curve for value a. Yeah, यहाँ पे again x is a vector, so please note that x is a vector. We are not talking about a function of one variable. X could be either x, y, or it could be x1, x2, x3, or it could be x1 till xn. Okay? We are saying that for a case where we have a function like this is one of the level curves, yeah, where x vector comprises of xy coordinates. Okay? So say this is one of the level curves of this function f of xy is equal to z, where f of x is equal to a, meaning f of xy is equal to a. Yeah, this and this means the same. Now PA, which is the upper level set for function A, will comprise of all x points, meaning all input points, meaning all such coordinates, such that function की value a या a से बड़ी हो. And we can clearly note that the value of function being equal to a, the points satisfying f of x is equal to a are basically the points on this across this curve, and all the points here will basically be those points where function value will be greater than a. So actually let's look at this figure and it will be more clear. If you look at this figure here, on the left side you will notice that there is a curve, there is a surface given over the three dimensions. So this is the kind of function that you have, z is equal to f of x1, x2. You will notice कि ये concave function नहीं है, क्योंकि if you join 2 points here, for example P and Q, then you notice that the line segment between these points on the graph basically lies above the graph. They are lying above the graph, and hence they are not, this is not a concave function. But if you plot the level curves of these functions, which are demonstrated here on the right side, you will notice that for a given value a, this will be the level curve, and f of x1, x2 is equal to a or greater than a will belong to these, will basically comprise of these points. Yeah. So this set, including the points on this curve, will be called as the set PA for value a. And you will in fact notice that this set is a convex set. So if you join any 2 points here, you will notice that the line segment will entirely lie in this set. And we know कि अगर ऐसी कोई condition satisfy होती है तो उस set को convex set बोलते हैं. So basically this function is not a concave function, that can be clearly seen in the first figure, but it is a quasi-concave function. And for a function to be quasi-concave, you can say that a function defined over a convex set S is said to be quasi-convex if the upper level set, if such sets PA is convex for each number A. अगर ये सेट PA कॉन्वेक्स होगा फॉर एवरी नंबर A, जितने भी पॉसिबल नंबर्स A हैं सच दैट f of x is greater than equal to A, इन सारे A वैल्यूज के लिए जो भी PA अपर लेवल सेट बनेंगे, अगर वो सारे सेट कॉन्वेक्स हैं, then the function is said to be quasi-concave, and this can happen despite the main function being a concave function. And as we just noticed in this case, that this function is really not a concave function, but you notice that this is a quasi-concave function. So quasi-concave is a weaker condition as compared to concavity. So PA is the upper level set, that is x belonging to the domain set S, such that f of x is greater than equal to A. This is called as the upper level set. So if the upper level set is convex, then you can say that the function is quasi-concave. अगर ये सारे A values के लिए hold true करता है तो the function will be said to be quasi-convex if minus of f is quasi-concave when the lower level set is convex. जैसे हमने अभी अपर लेवल सेट डिफाइन करा है, सिमिलरली वी कैन डिफाइन अ लोअर लेवल सेट. सो अ लोअर लेवल सेट, if it is convex for a given function, then the function will be called as a quasi-convex function. So lower level set will be PA belongs to all x values such that f of x is less than equal to A. इसको हम लोअर लेवल सेट बोलेंगे. So basically these points. Now obviously you notice that this is not a convex set. अगर आपको यहाँ पे इस सेट को देखना पड़े including this line segment, you will notice that if you take any 2 points including this curve, you will notice that if you take any 2 points on this curve, then the line segment joining these 2 points will not lie in this lower level set, and hence this lower level set is not a convex set. How do we define convex set? That we have already covered. So I'm assuming that you know what a convex set is. So basically अगर यहाँ पे lower level set को देखो, which will basically comprise of all these points along with the points on this curve, you will notice कि यहाँ पे अगर आप कोई भी 2 points को join करोगे तो वो set के बाहर lie कर सकते हैं, and hence this is not a convex set. So for this particular example, the lower level set is not convex, but the upper level set is convex. This is convex, and hence it is called to be a quasi-concave function. अगर lower level set convex होगा तो वो function quasi-convex कहलाएगा. But this has to hold true for all A values. It is not just important that it should be true for one A value, but it should be true for all A values. Now we just said that it is possible for a function to be not concave and still be quasi-concave. So basically, quasi-concave functions may not always be concave, but concave functions will always be quasi-concave. Meaning that अगर आपके पास कोई concave function है, then it will always be quasi-concave. But it is also possible that a convex function is also quasi-concave. So meaning that quasi-concave may not always be a concave function, but concave function will always be quasi-concave. Similarly, convex functions will always be quasi-convex. लेकिन the opposite may not be true. Quasi-convex functions may or may not be convex functions. ऐसा हो सकता है कि कोई function concave हो and quasi-convex हो. But अगर कोई function convex है, then that will mandatorily be a quasi-convex function. And you can actually prove this little property here by saying that suppose f is a concave function, ठीक है, defined in set S. So अगर कोई function है जो concave है defined in set S, then we know from this condition that it has to be quasi-concave also. F has to be quasi-concave as well. Yeah, and we'll just prove this. So if this is a concave function in set S, we know that set S is a convex set. ये हमारी concavity की definition में आता है कि जिस भी domain पे concave convex functions defined होते हैं वो set एक convex set होता है. So take any 2 points in this set x and y, ठीक है, and again x and y are vectors, and let's say these x and y belong to the upper level set, belong to PA, ठीक है, because S is a convex set, and we also know that PA is a subset of this larger domain set S. Upper level set जो है वो एक subset है. So we are saying that these x and y belong to set S as well as they belong to set PA. And then we can say that if x and y belong to set S, because set S is a convex set, we can say that 1 minus lambda x plus lambda y will also belong to set S. And because x and y belong to this upper level set, we can say that f of x is greater than equal to a and f of y is also greater than equal to a. Because x और y जो है upper level set को belong करते हैं, this condition has to hold true. Yeah. Then the definition of concavity would imply, we have assumed that f is a concave function. The definition of concavity will imply that f of 1 minus lambda x plus lambda y should be greater than equal to 1 minus lambda f of x plus lambda f of y. This is how we define concave functions. ठीक है, तो अगर f of x एक concave function है, then f of 1 minus lambda x plus lambda y has to be greater than equal to 1 minus lambda f of x plus lambda f of y. And अभी हमने, because we are saying that x and y belong to upper level set, we have just said that f of x is greater than equal to a and f of y is also greater than equal to a. So यहाँ पे हम एक और condition establish कर सकते हैं, which is that this entire term will be greater than equal to 1 minus lambda a plus lambda a. Yeah, because we have just said that f of x is greater than equal to a and f of y is also greater than equal to a. इसको जब आप solve करोगे, you will notice that this will come out to be greater than equal to a. 1 minus lambda a plus lambda a, this lambda a and this lambda a will get cancelled out and you will be left with a. Now when you combine this entire thing, अगर आप पहले टर्म को और लास्ट टर्म को कंबाइन करके लिखो, then you say that f of 1 minus lambda x plus lambda y turns out to be greater than equal to a. Yeah, by using the definition of concavity for function f, which means that in fact 1 minus lambda x plus lambda y as a point also belongs to the upper level set PA. ये एक तरीके से एक single input point है, ठीक है. This is basically one of the point between x and y. अगर ये x और y है तो ये जो line segment join कर रही है इसमें से कोई एक single point इस entire term को represent करता है, 1 minus lambda x plus lambda y. Now we have just proved कि अगर f of 1 minus lambda x plus lambda y greater than equal to a, then we can say that this point belongs to set PA, because upper level set का condition ही यही है कि functional value at that particular point has to be greater than equal to a. And we had just assumed initially that x belongs to PA and y belongs to PA. And we've just proved that PA is in fact a convex set, because we assumed x or y PA को belong करते हैं, and we have proved that 1 minus lambda x plus lambda y also belongs to PA, which is the definition of PA being a convex set. Hence हमने ये prove कर दिया है कि PA एक convex set है. और अगर PA, which is an upper level set, अगर PA एक convex set होता है, then we know that function is quasi-concave. Hence we can say that if a function is concave, then that implies that function will be quasi-concave as well. Similarly, same condition को use करके, same proof को use करके आप बोल सकते हो कि अगर कोई function convex है, then mandatorily it will be quasi-convex. But the opposite is not true. A quasi-concave function can be a convex function as well. Now let's look at another theorem on quasi-concave and quasi-convex function, which is that, again, let's say you have a function defined over a convex set S, then this function will be called as a quasi-concave function if and only if for two input vector points x and x naught belonging to S, if the following condition is satisfied, which is that अगर आपके पास कोई दो input points हैं x और x naught जो domain set S को belong करते हैं, such that f of x is greater than equal to f of x naught, functional value at this input point is greater than equal to the functional value at x naught, then the following is true, which is f of 1 minus lambda x plus lambda x naught is also greater than equal to f of x naught. Then you can call f as a quasi-concave function. तो ये एक दूसरा तरीका है चेक करने का कि whether a given function is a quasi-concave function or not. So if you have two input points x and x naught such that this is satisfied, आपको पता है कि value at x is greater than equal to value at x naught. Then when you take a convex combination of x and x naught, which is this, then the functional value at this convex combination is also greater than equal to f of x naught. In this particular situation, you can call f to be a quasi-concave function. Now, some important rules or properties of quasi-concave functions are that it is not necessary that sum of quasi-concave or quasi-convex functions will be quasi-concave or quasi-convex. As opposed to the case of concave and convex functions. Concave and convex functions में हमने बोला था कि if you add two concave functions, then the resultant will also be a concave function. ये same चीज़ हम quasi-concave function के लिए नहीं बोल सकते कि अगर आप कोई दो quasi-convex या quasi-concave function को add करो, then they may not necessarily be quasi-concave or quasi-convex. The resultant may or may not be quasi-concave. So you have to be very, very careful when using this when you are adding two quasi-concave or quasi-convex functions. But if you have f of x as a quasi-concave or a quasi-convex function and you take a monotonic transformation of it, let's say capital F is another function जो कि एक strictly increasing function है, then capital F of small f of x will be quasi-concave or quasi-convex. अगर एक function है small f of x जो कि quasi-concave है, आप अगर उसका एक strictly increasing monotonic transformation लेते हो, then the resultant will be quasi-concave. In fact, अगर capital F एक strictly decreasing function है, if it is strictly decreasing, then capital F of small f of x will become quasi-convex. If small f of x is quasi-concave, तो opposite हो जाएगा. अगर small f of x quasi-concave है and you take a decreasing transformation of small f of x, तो ये जो resultant होगा ये quasi-convex हो जाएगा. और अगर f of x quasi-convex है, तो यहाँ पे अगर आप strictly decreasing transformation लोगे तो वो function quasi-concave बन जाएगा. जो भी ओरिजिनल फंक्शन होगा f of x जो भी फंक्शन होगा, जब आप उसका डिक्रीजिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लोगे तो वो ऑपोजिट हो जाएगा. अगर क्वाज़ाई कॉन्केव है तो वो क्वाज़ाई कॉन्वेक्स हो जाएगा, अगर वो क्वाज़ाई कॉन्वेक्स है तो क्वाज़ाई कॉन्केव हो जाएगा. लेकिन अगर एक इंक्रीजिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लोगे तो रिजल्ट विल बी द सेम. हियर जस्ट forgot to mention one point. In this particular condition, अगर आप यहाँ पे इस इनइक्वालिटी में ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू की जगह सिर्फ ग्रेटर देन का साइन लगा दो और आप नोटिस करो कि दो इनपुट पॉइंट्स हैं x नॉट x, जहाँ पे ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होती है दैट फंक्शनल वैल्यू एट x इज ग्रेटर देन फंक्शनल वैल्यू एट x नॉट, एंड यू नोटिस कि यहाँ पे कॉन्वेक्स कॉम्बिनेशन जो है x और x नॉट का, उस पे जो फंक्शनल वैल्यू है वो स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन है फंक्शनल वैल्यू एट x नॉट, देन दिस विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ स्ट्रिक्ट क्वाज़ाई कॉन्केव फंक्शन. So when you replace greater than equal to with greater than, then this becomes strict quasi-concave. The final identification of a function being quasi-concave is using this determinant criteria. And how do you use this? So say you have a function again defined in set S, which is a convex set. You can define a bordered Hessian matrix of different orders, where the order will range from 1 till n, जहाँ पे n represents the number of input variables in the function. ठीक है? So when you notice that first let's define this bordered Hessian matrix. So this bordered Hessian matrix will, and in the inside you will have the usual. So basically आप एक usual Hessian matrix बनाओगे of order r, where r can range from 1 till n, and you will border it with the first partial order derivatives. So in the first row you will have 0 f1 prime till fr prime, and in the first column f0 f1 prime till fr prime. Now if you notice कि ये जो Hessian matrix है, अगर ये condition satisfy कर रही है for all r values and for all x values belonging to S, then the function can be called as a quasi-concave function. So if you have a function and you can define a bordered Hessian matrix for the function such as this, and you notice कि ये condition satisfy हो रही है, which is कि अगर r even है तो determinant of the Hessian is positive, अगर r odd है तो determinant of the Hessian is negative. या alternate जो determinants यहाँ पे बनेंगे Hessian के वो positive और negative हैं, they are changing their signs, then you can call the function as a quasi-concave function. So this is the last way of determining whether a given function is a quasi-concave function or